things have already gotten off to a rocky start, but we're just gonna fucking speedrun this shit. You know who we are, you know why we're here, so let's just not waste any fucking more time. It's a big ass weekend with way too much shit to
Oh,
cover because WWE loves to overstuff shit, at least this one weekend. At least they don't do it every time they run a pay per view. Let's be thankful for that. Okay? The two nights are a blessing in disguise. But we have two pay per views to cover. We got to start with NXT Stand and Deliver. I don't make the rules, people. I just negatively reinforce them because, yeah. 7 matches if you count the pre show. It always happens the same day as night one of WrestleMania. I wish it wouldn't. I wish they would just run it the week before. But you know what?
Or
I don't
two
know.
weeks prior. Or
Or
2 weeks prior.
whatever. I don't care. Just don't run it the same weekend as Mania, okay? I'm Coffee Lover 239. That was the resident jokester Quiet Jam. We have, you know what? I have a good way to phrase this. The guy who misses when John Moxley didn't suck. Dean. There. Let's go with that instead. At least until he actually doesn't suck again. Is that fine or hello? If super chats were enabled, I'd set up a donation goal right now to get
yeah.
him a new mic. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you
so
said
all money
yes.
goes to getting a Dean a new mic and getting me a better job.
Oh my
Oh, what's the
god.
matter with the one you have now?
It's restaurants. I'm not saying anymore.
Well, shit. I guess your time to get out of the business, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And Jesse's here, but I. You know what?
He's muted.
Well, that's. You know what? I don't.
Way to present me, Coffee.
Hey, I'm sorry here. I'm running a little out of whack right now because of what happened before the stream. So no more time wasting. First match. Uh, oh, fuck me. It's a pre-show.
I
Okay.
can't fuck you. That's impossible.
Jesse, can you stop it? Okay. Stop being a fucking... I told you to behave. I told you to fucking behave, man, and you're not. Just already. We're not even in the first match. Breathe in. Breathe out. Jesus Christ. It's the Metaphor, Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, Fatal Influence, Fallon Henley and JC Jane, Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan, Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. This Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Elimination match determines the number one contender for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Where is it? Okay. Okay, here we go. On the April 8th episode of NXT, Metaphor, Fatal Influence, and Roxanne Perez went to talk to NXT General Manager Ava about a last chance match for a spot in the NXT Women's North American Championship ladder match at Stand and Deliver. But Ava announced there would be no last chance, much to the dismay of everyone. So Perez wanted to compete at the event, and Ava said she had an idea for a match at the main event. Take a wild fucking guess. A big old fatal four-way schmoz. Ay, 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 ay. So, yeah, okay, well, not true. Well, not at first. It started as a Fatal Metaphor, Fatal Influence, and Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley in a triple threat tag team match, right? For the number one contender for the Women's Tag Team Championship on the April 22nd episode of NXT. And if Perez found a partner, it would be a Fatal four-way match. She brought in Cora Jade, they made an elimination match, and they moved it to here. It is what it is. I don't like it here. I'm kind of tired of these pre-show matches still when they're not even done on the main roster, but what are you going to do? This could have been done on regular NXT TV, but yeah. Dean?
He's Mr. Private Jet, Mr.
I really don't care for this match. But
Just
for Jade and Roxanne,
Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. Now Jesse.
Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez.
Now where does Quijam stand?
The flat and the boob.
No, I meant on this match.
That's what I'm saying. Perez and Cora Jade.
Thank you. I agree with all three of you. It's unanimous. Let's get to the actual card. That's better. Zarya versus Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka versus Izzy Dane versus Lola Vice versus Thea Hale. And that is for the vacant NXT Women's North American Championship in a ladder match. Okay. So, where is it? If I could just find out where it is. So, okay, here it is. At Vengeance Day, Stephanie Vaquer won the Women's North American Championship by defeating Fallon Henley, and won the NXT Women's Championship by defeating Julia in a winner-take-all match at Roadblock the following month, the first ever women's double champion in NXT history. No, Mandy Rose, your unification does not count. Do not even bother trying to explain it. And that goes double for everyone trying to defend it. On the April 1st episode of NXT, General Manager Ava announced that Vaquer had to vacate the NXT Women's North American Championship because she was holding the Women's Championship and gave more opportunities to the Women's Division. So the next champion would be determined by a 6-woman ladder match at Stand and Deliver. Schmaz! Qualifying matches began that night with Zarya and Kalani Jordan becoming the first and second qualifiers by defeating Lash Legend and Roxanne Perez respectively. On the following episode, Sol Ruca and Izzy Dane became the third and fourth qualifiers by defeating Jasmine Nix and Ren Sinclair respectively. And on the April 15th episode, Lola Vice and a returning Thea Hale became the fifth and sixth qualifiers by defeating Tatum Paxley and Carmen Petrovic respectively. Ladies, ladders. Second coming of what happened at NXT TakeOver in New Orleans when they had the inaugural NXT North American Championship. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I don't know. What you got, Dean?
This is not the pre-show, right? Well,
No.
now?
We're on the main card. We're on the main card.
Okay, sorry, my head's all over the place with too many matches.
I know, dude. I know.
Let me think a minute. Hold on, because this one's
it's a tough one, isn't it?
Because there's a lot of multi-man matches, so I'm just like,
yeah.
This is gonna be a headache.
Dude. I know.
I'll go with the Lola Vice. I'll go with Lola Vice.
Okay, all right. And what about you, Jesse?
Soka.
Ooh.
FYI, So Ruka is the WWE Speed Champion. I'm gonna put that out there.
The women's speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn, really. Jam, what say you?
Look, this is just to even fathom these women having an actual match, especially with ladders. I mean, it didn't work in AEW. It's certainly not going to work in WWE. So just throw the name generator just make it a name generator match. To be honest, God, who are the contestants again?
Zarya, Kalani Jordan, Sol Ruca, Izzy Dane, Lola Vice, and Thea Hale.
Izzy Dane.
I don't give a damn.
Because she's got a connection with Bailey, and
Fair.
I mean, come on.
Wait.
There's your first.
That is.
There's your first. Yeah, that Izzy.
Wow.
You didn't know that? You didn't know that was a young Izzy who was at ringside?
Hold on a minute. No. It's taking.
It's gotta be.
Or wait, are you sure?
Because she's in wrestling.
Are you sure?
Izzy from the Izzy who was at the
No, that's not the
okay,
right
Lola Vice.
I think we're
since I made a mistake.
I think we're thinking of a different Izzy.
Lola Vice. Just because I don't care.
Thank you for at least chiming in on that correction, Jesse. I know it's confusing sometimes to figure out who's who, and 6 ladies in this match. Yeah, I figure at least I owe you that. I'm gonna go with Lola Vice. I don't really... Oh, but this one I do. It's Stephanie Vaquer versus Julia versus Jordan Grace versus Jada Parker for the NXT Women's Championship. If you're keeping track, that's the third freaking multi-person match on the card, and we're not done. Oh my god. So like I said...
Yes, there's just so many women.
So like I said at Roblox, Stephanie Vaquer beat Julia to get the Women's Championship, and in the following episode during Vaquer's celebration, Jordan Grace interrupted her and won a title match but was attacked by Jada Parker, saying that she would be the next challenger. In the following episode, Vaquer defended her NXT Women's Championship against Parker after she was distracted by Grace. On the April 1st episode, and deciding to relinquish the NXT Women's North American Championship, Vaquer agreed with Ava's decision under one condition. She could select her number 1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship at Stand and Deliver. And Ava complied. Unfortunately, Grace and Parker rudely interrupted, and after some exchange of words, lady fight. Another brawl at the backstage. Later, Grace would face Parker the following week. But again, bullshit happened because Vakur. And after that, Vakur was attacked by both ladies, smack dab in the middle of a good old-fashioned cat fight, and was broken up by, thankfully, Julia, who then turned on Vakur and attacked her, turning heel in the process, leading more stuff, leaving us all smack dab in the middle of another good old-fashioned cat fight. Everybody got that? Okay, later that night, Julia challenged Vakur to a rematch at Stand and Deliver, and then Vakur announced she would face Julia, Grace, and Parker in a fatal four-way match, saving Ava the trouble of making yet another schmoss match. Out of all of them, I think this is the best one, possibly. I mean, look at this. This is probably going to be the best match on the whole thing. Vakur, and Julia, and Jordan Grace, and Jada Parker's there probably to eat the pin. But hey, if you even take her out in just those first three ladies alone, mwah, in many different ways possible. Many, many different ways. This is the
I'll say
match I'm
this:
most
the
looking forward to.
NXT.
Yes, Dean?
I'll just say this: NXT strongest is the women's division, right? And that's
Absolutely. And those three ladies are proof. When they all
Just that match of women. Let's be fair.
Hey, when they all go
Just
up
that
to
match of
when
women.
they all go up to the main roster, I guarantee you they're gonna be the fucking
Yeah, I
faces
guarantee
of
you
it.
you're going to get a better appreciation for microwavable food when they're parked, like everyone else that's been parked.
Oh god, don't even. Please.
Do I need to keep saying it?
Do you have to sour on it? Let me at least have some hope, because I like
I
all
mean-
three of these wrestlers. And Jada Parker, she's alright.
How do you not put Jordan Grace? Jordan Grace is in this match, right?
Yeah.
Or
not?
Yeah.
Okay,
she's
good.
in. Yeah, I like Vakur, Julia, Jordan Grace, and Parker's alright. This is the
Okay.
match I'm most looking forward to out of every match on the card, and hopefully this is match of the night. Dean?
I got something peculiar.
Oh, alright. Jesse?
Stephanie Vaquer.
I am not surprised. What say you, Quiet Jam?
Also, House
Okay.
2.0.
If you really break this match down, it's only three
Oh,
real
God,
wrestlers
Jesse.
in this match. Okay, only three real wrestlers.
Yeah.
And they've done this before. And let's be completely honest here too. The only reason we're getting this third women's match, the only reason we're getting a third women's match is they were
Yawn.
stupid enough by the next from the prior pay-per-view to not realize that doubling titles on a woman was going to threaten the next pay-per-view for a title match. So they made their own mistake they made a major mistake on their own part by putting two titles in Vakur. And then, you know what I mean? Because I thought Julia was going to be out with her for a long time with her injury because she got injured.
Back sooner
And
than expected.
yeah, so they just put both titles in Vakur just as a placeholder.
Well,
But then they realized that.
anyways.
I know, but I'm saying is they thought Julia was going to be out for a considerable amount of time.
Yes.
But obviously it was not that serious. So they like I said, they've got to get this title off her. So they have her evacuate it or relinquish it, and then they're just making up for their own mess up. You know what I mean? But to be completely honest here, Jordan Grace isn't going to be picking up a WWE themed title while she's under TNA contract.
Yeah, not yet.
So I think the most logical thing is to
Jordan
basically
Grace isn't under TNA contract anymore.
whatever it feels like it, dude.
WWE.
It feels like it. They're all going to be under WWE contract when
Paul
WWE
Heyman
buys
Big
TNA.
Show's name on Andre the Giant.
What?
I said
don't
it's
know.
the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
No. Oh wait, it's on
Anyway,
right now.
Royal.
Hey, was that your thought you were trying to say earlier?
Let me finish my
Quiet Jam,
thing.
just finish. Just hurry up a bit. 'cause you
Okay,
might be going.
okay. So the most logical thing is to hot potato this title back over to Julia, says she's healthy. So I say Julia's going to get it.
Well, by the way, Quiet Jam, before I give you, I do want to mention Jordan Grace is actually officially signed to WWE. So yeah. But
Yeah, whatever.
With that said, I think Stephanie Vaquer is going to retain.
Uh,
Yeah, and what was your thought earlier, Jesse?
Nothing. I was just saying that Jordan Grace is under WWE
Yeah,
contract,
there was-
so she's gonna win.
Well, there was something else I
Or no
thought.
way, she's not gonna win. She's gonna look strong in this match.
Right,
though.
right. I thought there was something else you had to say earlier.
I said it's the Andre the Giant Battle Royal,
Okay.
and Ray Phoenix is in it.
Oh, all right. All right.
Unfortunately.
Let's just... You got to start small somewhere. Let's go to the next match.
Yeah, you'd know all about
Hey, can you
that.
stop? Please, dude. I'm serious. Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus Hank Walker and Tank Ledger for the Tag Team Championship. Anything?
Ancient Fraxium.
I don't even care. Like, is that even? Well, colloquially.
Fraxium.
Well, whatever. It's not how it's listed on Wikipedia.
Fraxium.
Stop it. Can you just. Okay, here's what happened. In late March and early April, Hank Walker and Tank Ledger were suffering an identity crisis and went on a losing streak against several tag teams. And they lost on the April 8th episode of NXT. And then they got a pep talk from the Street Profits, who announced that the winners of a tag team gauntlet the following week would face Fraxium for the NXT Tag Team Championship at Stand and Deliver. And Walker and Ledger won. Straightforward setup, not much more to say. Dean?
Fraxium.
All right, Jesse.
Waxium.
Jesus. Man. All right, quite.
Bill Goldberg.
Stop it, dude. Can you just not? You know, the more you say his name, the more I just dread everything. Quijam, what say you?
This is just yet another thing that doesn't have a build-up. It's not even a match. It's just to get Fraxium seen. It's showing their brilliance and how good they are when they should be more solos and actually a tag team. And this Hank and Tank thing is just nothing but a retread of what happened with 2.0. They had a losing streak. I mean, for God's sakes, those poor guys were inside of a girl's plastic enamelated play area at one point. Their last promo they did in NXT was in a little play area, like a girl's little like backyard plastic play area.
Why I don't watch anymore?
This is the same thing they're doing with the Tank and the Dank or whatever they're called themselves.
Just
it's the same thing.
Walker and Tank Ledger.
Coffee
Like I said,
loves the 2.0. I don't know why
Jesse,
he wouldn't.
stop it. Can you just
I know, but
stop,
Hank
man?
and like I said, these guys, this is just more fumbling of creative, not caring. So at Fraxium, I mean, come on, this isn't even a match. This is a one-sided affair. So Fraxium retains with no issues, no nothing.
And I agree with that. Nathan Frazier and Axiom, and we're all in unanimous agreement. Next up, Ricky Starks versus Ethan Page for the NXT North American Championship. A tale of two guys. One who doesn't exactly get to keep his name when he comes in from AEW, but the other guy does. It's not fucking fair, okay? And I don't like saying those words. It's not fair. Because sometimes you have to deal with this shit. But other times I just want to fucking go, why? Why are you doing this to me?
Why? Oh.
He's not even there anymore. He's gonna burn in hell for all I care. Ay, 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 ay. Where do I even begin? I'm just gonna refer to him as Ricky from here on out. Okay?
Saints.
Starks, I told you not to fucking start. I ought to have a gavel right here for when everyone gets out of order. I need to have a freaking gavel too, like I'm a judge or something. Maybe it might help. Alright, where are we? So, in the February 11th episode, Ricky embarked on a quest to make a name for himself in NXT. Can you stop it, dude? Start. Hey! I'm the one reading the frickin' thing here, not you. So, and he had several confrontations during this time with his former All Elite colleague, Ethan Page, and called him an outsider, even though Page himself debuted in NXT in a similar fashion the previous year. Can you say hypocrite? I'm sure you can. And then on the April 1st episode of NXT, Ricky defeated Shawn Spears to win the NXT North American Championship. And during this short little celebration, he was attacked by Page, who posed with the title afterwards. And on the next week, he tried to celebrate yet again, but then he demanded Page come out and fight him. But the NXT Heritage Cup champion Lexis King, Eddie Thorpe, and Wesley interrupted and decided, no, we want our title shots. And then afterwards, Page attacked the poor guy anyways. And then a big ol' hoss fight ensued. And later that night, they decided a fatal four-way match would take place the following week to determine the number one contender for the NXT North American Championship. And that was won by Ethan Page, so here we are. Okay, I'm glad Ricky's free from fucking AEW. I really am here, on one hand. On the other, The name thing
Here's
is
the
never
thing to
going to
consider,
sit right.
Coffee. This is just another example of WWE, even in NXT, grouping people of a similarity together.
I don't care, okay? That's not the whole
I
point.
I do, and when I see a trend, I have to note it.
Well, you know what? Good for you. Dean, I don't really have anything to add. This is going to
I
be a
got
good
Ricky
match.
Starks. Ricky Starks
But
winning.
of course, Jesse, just go ahead. Here's your free pass.
Ricky Saints.
There you go. There's your free pass.
Saints.
Stark, see? I gave you one pass. One.
S-A-I-N-T-S.
Starks. It's only because of Zoe freaking Shut up. Starks. I don't care if there's a Zoe Stark there. If people
Oh
can't
boy.
figure out that these two are not related somehow, that's on them.
Saints.
Well, they are related by 3
Starks.
letters.
Hey.
AEW.
No, not that. Hey, nobody ever went broke
Saints.
by Starks. Okay, if you don't stop with this, we're gonna have a problem. Hey, no one ever went broke by ever underestimating the putt. If you don't
S-A-I-N-T-S.
shut up right now, I swear to God,
Damn.
I'm gonna throw you out like a misbehaved court person. Now you had your turn. Now it's Jam's turn.
But these two guys are studs,
I
though.
told
So
you
that's
it's Jam's turn.
they still have not lost any semblance of their brilliance that they came into AEW and out of AEW with. So that's at least the biggest saving grace of this whole thing. And they're both studs, and they're both coming up. And one of them is more of a great natural heel than the other, and that person is Ethan Page. He is going to be your strong heel out of Ricky Saints. He can be a heel, but you've got to make him get like a Seth Rollins curve to him, because that's exactly what he did on his last run in AEW when he was wearing those god awful fashionable clothing and running off in heel promos. He was doing exactly what Seth Rollins did. So anyway, this is just a non sequitur match that doesn't really mean anything, and shows what the more predominant which predominant AEW guy of these studs that Demore's got more of they can do business with. So I'm going with Ethan Page here.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, I gotcha.
And yes, Demore is running their creative. So
Here's the thing with this, though. It's still very early for Ricky. He just won
Why,
the
Jam?
fucking
With all due
belt
respect,
17 days
you need to
ago.
learn how to say people's names. It's got Demore, not Demore.
Just good grief.
the old school
Hey!
pronunciation is Demore. The new school pronunciation will be your way. Okay, so let's
Okay,
be
guys,
fair.
that's enough.
Yeah,
Enough with the
and then you say
pronunciations.
Will Ospreay,
Hey.
Will Ospreay.
Hey, you know what? You guys are gonna make me want to buy a freaking gavel. That's another thing here I'll have to invest in now, just in case we get
Great.
out of order.
We need a podcast budget for gravels.
Oh, stop it. You can get one on Amazon for $14 with Prime shipping. Oh, stop
Well,
it.
you can always do it.
I'm
You can
going
come up with a
with
novelty
Ricky.
word for when you hit the gavel, like clonk, clonk, clonk. The
Or
court
you
is
can
in
say
session.
like Judge Judy, who doesn't even use a freaking gavel.
Just as long as I get to be the 85-year-old bailiff from the People's Court from back in the 80s.
Oh, goodness gracious, man.
Remember the one who just stood there and just dying?
I'd rather be Bailiff
Coffee.
Bird.
Coffee watches Judge Judy on the daily.
No, I watch Hot Bench on the daily, which was created by Judge Judy. But, you know what?
Yeah, but you still look at her old ass.
Shut up. Okay, you're pissing me off right now, dude.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
going with Ricky. Ricky to win. Ricky who? Ricky Gervais, Ricky Martin,
Saints!
Fowler, Ricky Williams. Shut the fuck up.
Ricky
Nelson,
Saints!
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Ricky Lake. I don't fucking care. I'm
Ricky
sick of
Saints.
these name changes that fucking divide us all. It's bullshit. Either stick with it or fuck off. I can't do this shit anymore.
Saints.
Shut up, dude. Stark. I told you to fucking stop, and you're not listening to me, dude. Why? Do you just have a problem with not listening to direction? I gave you one free pass, and you still fucking try to exploit it. Just stop it. Ricky Starks, if you say one more damn thing, I swear, dude. I swear. Just... Oh, God, I just want my shit to get cold so I can have a drink. Stop. I get... God, I can't. Don't. Just. It's another schmozzy 6-man tag. Well, do you guys even want to count this as another bunch of people in the ring
No.
fest? Whatever. Whether
They
you
might as well
count
be they might as well be speed dating at this
it's a
point.
D'Angelo family. Tony D'Angelo, Channing Stacks
The D
Lorenzo,
family, yeah, the
and
D family's
Luca
a good. Yeah,
Crucifino. Or is it
yeah.
Crucifino? I can't tell.
I'll say crucifix.
Versus Dark State. That's Dion Lennox, Cutler James, Shaquan Sugars, or Saquon Sugars.
Quad sugars. That's a real name.
Saquon Sugars, excuse
Wow.
me. And or Osiris
Saquon.
Griffin. I don't know. I knew I meant to say it. I can't English. I have been struggling with
You
English
said
for a bit
English?
now. Okay, after losing the NXT North American Championship, Tony D allowed his underboss, Stax, to assume more of a leadership role in the family. On the March 18th episode of NXT, Lorenzo, Lucia Crucifino, I don't know.
Luca.
Whatever, dude, stop. Luca
You need
Crucifino
to
and
learn how to
Adrian.
pronounce
You
names.
need to just get off my fucking case, dude. And enough with this here, man. And they all had a big old 6-person mixed tag team match. And D'Angelo just sat there and watched. He subsequently got attacked by the Dark State, Dion Lennox, Cutler James, Saquon Sugars, and Osiris Griffin, distracting the group long enough to cost them the match. And after more intel on the Dark State, on the April 8th episode of NXT, Lorenzo challenged Dark State to meet him in the parking lot the following week, unbeknownst to D'Angelo. Him and Crucifino engaged in a vicious brawl with Darkseid, who got the upper hand until D'Angelo arrived to save the day. Like Mighty Mouse, D'Angelo confronted Lorenzo for not consulting him about this plan. They will not handle the Darkseid in a parking lot, but instead at Stand and Deliver. So here we are. The D'Angelo family are going to face 3 members of the Darkseid in this match. Dean.
Let me think.
Don't hurt yourself.
Aha, very funny.
It's true though.
I gotta go with D'Angelo. No, Dog State.
Okay, Jesse.
Dark State.
And what about you, Kwai Jam?
Any episode of AEW Dark. No. I'm gonna go with the Dark State just because their names are so absolutely ridiculous.
You know what? I'm gonna make this unanimous. Dark State. I don't even care, but yeah. And finally, the main event. Obafemi versus Trick Williams versus Javon Evans for the NXT Championship. If you count this, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 multi-person matches. 5 if you count the 6-man tag team match, but 4 if you don't. That's still more than half the card. And the worst part is, there is no background information for this. Oh, never mind. Here it is. It was hiding in plain sight.
Never mind, I'll find
Please, no.
someone like you.
You know that Sydney Sweeney actually did that song recently on karaoke.
No, she didn't.
Well,
Wait, did she?
She did a breakup song, and Adele song on karaoke at least recently. I believe it was that one. After her, yeah, who am I kidding? Alright, NXT New Year's Evil. Obafemi defeated Trick Williams and Eddie Thorpe in a triple threat match to win the NXT Championship, and Williams began feuding with Thorpe as part of a quest to regain this title. At this time, Williams and Javon Evans engaged in confrontations. Williams warned Evans to stay out of his way and that he was not ready to be champion. On the March 18th episode of NXT, Williams defeated Thorpe in an NXT Underground match to end their feud. Afterwards, Williams called out Femi before both men were surrounded by the Dark State. And ultimately, they attacked Femi at Vengeance Day in their debut, and Evans at Roadblock after their respective matches. Femi and Williams engaged in a brawl before Evans appeared and dropped Femi, and then Evans challenged Lexus King for the Heritage Cup, but lost via countout after interference from Femi. Oh my god, too much interference. It's like WCW 2000. Okay, maybe not that bad, but still, a little too much for me. A little too much. After that, Femi and Evans once again was surrounded by the Dark State, engaged in a brawl before Williams appeared and dropped Evans. I don't think these guys seem to realize the real enemy that's in front of them. Maybe the D'Angelo family will take care of them, I don't know. April 1st episode, Williams called out Femi once again. Evans interrupted.
Wait.
Wanted a title match. Yes.
Can I say something about Dark State?
What about them?
I wonder if there's someone who's actually a leader, like
A
who's the
leader.
leader, like someone. There has to be someone that's behind all of this. There's no way that Dion Lennox, out of all people,
We're gonna
is
have to let
fucking the
it play
leader.
out. We're gonna have to let it play out.
Who's we? You don't even watch
Can you
NXT, so
stop
how are
it,
you gonna
dude?
know?
Shut up.
But I'm just saying,
So
there has to
what?
be a leader. No, there has to be a leader. Like,
Well, we'll have to see.
Dude, that's like saying there was a leader in Retribution.
there was
Yeah.
Digest.
No,
Yeah,
I thought
but-
it was Ali.
Nobody knows. That's the thing. They
Oh
create
wait,
these.
it was Ali. I totally forgot.
Oh,
'Cause that
man.
I don't
storyline
blame you.
sucked.
I don't blame you. So here's
Because
what
that
happened.
storyline sucked.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Exactly.
When they do these mysterious factions, especially in NXT, nobody knows who the leader of what is, because the way that they have them come out
What if it's
and do.
Ricky Singh?
I know, but the way they come
Or-
out and the way they come out and do their attacks and their wanton violence, it's like no rhyme, no reason. There's no organization. You know what I mean?
have two names so far. Either Ricky Saints or I think it might be.
Like my
Oh,
point
okay,
being,
Coffee.
my point
Just let me
being,
talk.
You know
when there's
what?
no
Why don't you let
organization
me
in a
talk then? How
stable,
about
when there's
that?
no look, the main attribute in the organization
Guys.
of a stable is to have a leader. And I'm just saying that the last two they've done here, Dark State and Retribution, have had no organization in what they do in their one-time sex acts, nor an actual single guy speaking for all the guys. There is no Moxley in neither of these two groups.
And I don't know if
You know
that
what I
would
mean?
make it better or worse, but I'm not done.
It may make it better, because
I
at least
don't
the
know.
intentions will be made,
I'm
and
not
then
done.
everybody eventually talks on their own.
All
That's
right,
how it
I'm
usually
not
goes.
done. April 1st
All right, go ahead.
episode, Williams called out Femi. Evans interrupted, also wanting a title match. So Ava just does what she does best. Make everything a giant triple threat match. And then Dark State beat them up yet again. And this is what's going to main event Stand and Deliver. We know that much. Dean.
Oba.
All right, Jesse.
Unfortunately, Obafemi.
Aw, man. Well, Quiet Jam.
Well, with all these guys here, and we know that two of the guys in this whole grouping of this match are probably going to get moved up to the main roster, the most prospective being Trick Williams, who's literally months
Obviously.
late in joining the main roster to help resurrect the career of the new Ricochet, aka Mello.
I wonder why that was.
Because this is what happens when
As
you're
we
in the
speak,
machine.
As we speak, Melo and Andrade are the final two of the Andre the Giant Battle
Oh,
Royal.
shit.
It's not
Let us
saying
know who
anything.
wins.
They might as well be in they might as well be in the Andre the Giant bathroom battle royal at this point. Okay. Anyway, back to my thought. I hate to say this, but Obafemi has been a slow moving project, at least for the post Levesque NXT. They see the guy is a power. He's literally like Moose in TNA. You know what I mean? You don't. I mean, he's a big colossus. He destroys everything. But yet he doesn't have a move set.
Way better than
He doesn't have a move set that's memorable enough for everybody to love him. You know what I mean? So I hate to say this, and it goes against
Melo
everything.
just won the Battle Royal. Melo
Thank
just
you,
won the
Dean.
Battle Royal.
Continue.
Which means he's going to be at the craft service table for the next 3 Raws.
Oh, bro.
Anyway, so in this match, I hate to say it, but Obafemi's the only guy who is gonna just go he'll be the one they beat up on the match. Everybody will beat him up and throw him out of the ring, but
then
inevitably
he's
he
gonna
will
come
come in and
back at the
overpower
end.
everybody and will win the bloody title.
Yes, exactly. You
So
said it.
Obafemi, I hate to say it, but yeah,
And I hate
he's
to
the
say
stud.
it too, but yeah, Obafemi, I agree. Let's just get to what you're really here for now. We're done with Stand and Deliver. This is what you're really here for.
It's the first VKM-less WrestleMania, so consider this WrestleMania
wasn't that
1.
last year? Wasn't that last
No.
year, technically? What? No.
Vince was at last year's WrestleMania,
No,
wasn't
but
he?
But he didn't do any. No, he was gone.
I know, but he was in. I know.
No, but last year, remember Royal Rumble?
I know, but a lot of the creative. I know. I'm saying this is the first real VKM, not in creative
So you,
WrestleMania.
but he wasn't in creative for that, unless you're talking
Well,
about trying to finish storylines.
I know,
I don't
but
think that counts.
this is the first real VKM scent-free WrestleMania under the Levesque era. Let's put it that way.
You know what?
Oh,
It
it was-
doesn't even matter.
It was story, but
Let's just go, okay? WrestleMania, Easter weekend, Vegas, gamble, something. Oh, that's not. You're not supposed to say
Our entrance
that.
ramp looks like a hotel that's about to be blown up.
Get the.
You saw that? Yeah, that was
Get the
great.
music. Get the fucking F-Zero music running here. There we go. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be Mario Kart.
No, dude, F-Zero GX all the way. That game's soundtrack is
Nah,
legendary.
Mario Kart 8, baby. Mario Kart 8.
No.
Come
F-Zero
on, I don't
GX.
have all fucking day.
All right, fine. Night 1, go. And our first fucking match on this crazy two-night insanity of madness. Oh, God, why are you starting me with this? I literally just had the whole rant about the fucking name change shit, and then I have to go to this. You know, I don't care. Walter, W-A-L-T-E-R, Guntherish Walter.
G-U-N-T-H-E-R.
Walter, you shut up! You even gave me props for about this one, at least, because...
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
I
did!
gave it about Saints.
No. You did basically here for Walter, Gunther, whatever the fuck. Mainly because...
Guntherish Walter. How about that?
Done.
Guntherish
And
Walter.
he's going to face main event, using air quotes, Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. God, there's too much shit. Not these two. No. It's on the undercard. Here's what happened. At Saturday night's main event,
Can you just read the match?
Walter, I'm reading it here. Defeated Jey
You
Uso.
said Gunther.
Fuck off, dude. Shut the... You know what? You're gonna be an ass. Just stop it. I'm not even kidding, dude. So, let me start over. Scratch that. It never happened. Like Jonathan Frakes and Beyond Belief.
Nope,
Back to
it
fiction.
happened. It
Shut
happened.
up.
I
Shut the fuck
reported it,
up.
too.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up. Just shut up. Do you have to do this shit every time, man? You're gonna bring out the real fucking... I'll finish this fucking shit myself if you can't behave, and I'm not kidding. And it did not happen. End of story here. We're starting over. It did not fucking happen! You know what? I swear to God, just shut up. Just shut the fuck up! You're making me do this. Do you just sit here Guys, I swear, I can't do this. I can't fucking do this shit. I can't do this shit. I swear to God. He's gonna fucking break me and just make me go off. It never fucking happened. Don't say another damn word. End of story. And you motherfucker, it's on stream here. I'm the fucking leader. There's one ringmaster here. And it's... Don't stop the music. Stop. Just stop the music for 1 minute. God. I can't do this. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I don't know what's coming over me right now. I don't know what's coming over me. Something's just...
Jesse, let's take it easy right now.
I'm trying, man. I just can't take this
Copy.
shit anymore.
Fine.
Okay, just pull it together. Okay, let's start over. At Saturday night's main event 30... What is that, 38, I think? Yeah, 38.
Yeah, 38.
I tried to
38.
Walter,
Hold on, I need help my mom.
just
I'll
go
be
on.
back.
I'm going to
I'll be
read
back.
this. Walter defeated Jey Uso to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. And Jey Uso won the Men's Royal Rumble match at the Royal Rumble the following week, earning a World Championship match of his choice at Mania 41. And there was no way in hell he was going to face Cody. And after the confrontation on the following Raw, ultimately, the champion stated that Uso should choose SmackDown's World Champion because he already beat Uso and instead deserved to defend the title against someone like John Cena. But making an appearance on that week's SmackDown, Uso opened the February 10th episode of Raw, where he was viciously attacked by the champion. And then Uso decided he would challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship at Mania 41. they really only kicked this thing into high gear towards the end of it. That's all I have to say about that. And I know some people
It's
are a little bit harsh on Jay because of the match he had last year with Jimmy, but let's be honest. I think that match was just a bad idea
look,
from the
they need to
get-go.
give Jay a strong competitor and opponent so he can really
And this is the
make you
perfect
feel like
match.
him. Yes, I mean that beat the turning point of this being nothing more than like a pre-show match is when Gunther attacked Jimmy Uso and basically just demasculated him when Jay hit the ring and he
Poor
handcuffed Jay to the.
Jimmy.
Yeah, and he just beat the living heck out of Jimmy, and he got covered in blood, and it's the old CM Punk by way of MJF job,
Exactly,
and it was
yeah.
so brilliant, and that's what revitalized this whole match for me. This is when Jay finally gave up the stupid yeet thing and is being serious, and that's what I love about this.
And I understand that some people may be pissed with Jay Uso winning. They don't think he is. But you know he's over. It's not hard to
He's been
see
over.
why.
Look, it's 80% of the crowd at a show. It could be Raw. It could be SmackDown. If they're moving their hands up and down, the stupid gesturing when he's coming through the
All
crowd,
right.
then he's over.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes, I think we get the point.
Yeah,
Dean.
it's that simple. Dean went.
Oh,
Dean
yeah, that's
said
right.
he had to go do things.
So Jesse, you go
yeah.
first.
Gunther, you already know.
Walter, don't even fucking dare, man. I don't. I'm not kidding here, man. I'm not fucking around right now.
Dog, it's a fucking prediction.
Just stop it, man. You know how I am right now, dude. You did not hear me just almost have a fucking breakdown right now for this shit. You did not.
Over on man.
Just shut up.
Okay,
It's more than that, dude.
let's
It is
move
so
on to me.
more than that. Just go, Quiet Jam, before I swear.
Yeah. So, all right, welcome back, Dean. I'll do my bit, and then you
go
get
after him immediately.
Yeah,
Just go,
yeah.
man.
So-
because I need a minute.
So, like I just said in my slight little miniature dissertation, the Jey Uso, Walterish, Guntherish, Walter, whatever you want to call him, that feud turned a corner when when Guntherish Walter went personal and beat up his brother right in front of him as a bloody mess. That was one of the best turns of an otherwise boring feud towards Mania match I have ever seen before. And not to mention, Jay had come out all fired, not having to eat anymore, which is even another major improvement for him. And I think this is a perfect David and Goliath kind of situation here. Trish Gunther has been literally unopposed, unless you're, Brock Lesnar. But I think Jey Uso will beat the odds, and he will become World Heavyweight Champion. I think he's ready.
Okay, Dean, it's your turn now.
I want. This one's a hard one. I don't know.
I know, dude.
Everybody loves an underdog, that's all I'm going to say.
I don't want to win because I don't think Jay should win, but Jay's been losing so many world title matches that he's been getting, so I'm going to go Walter right now.
You know what? Give it to Jey Uso. I don't care anymore. Just give it to Jey Uso. Now let's move on to... wait a minute. Hold on a second. Am I missing something on the card? Oh, no. This is right. It's just the match order on the description on Wikipedia. Yeah, forget it. Oh, what did I say about the previous name thing? You know what? The tag name is right. The individual names are wrong. I'm just going to say the teams from here on out. The War Raiders, Hanson and Rowe. You'll never get me to say otherwise. Versus the New Day.
Eric and Ivar.
Hanson and Rowe. Can you just shut up, dude? I swear to God, I am one away from shutting this whole thing down. If you don't fucking stop right now, dude. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. I will shut this down right now and will not finish it. I'm not kidding. I'm at my breaking point. Just shut up. God, you... I swear to God, just help me. I'm about to go fucking Gunnery Hartman on someone right now. I'm about to go Arlie Ermy on someone. Stop. Stop. The War Raiders versus the New Day for the World Tag Team Champions. Where is it? I can't find it. There's too much crap.
I mean, you could literally just shoehorn their whole feud as
Okay,
they came.
here it is.
Who's more New Day than the New Day?
Jesse, I found. No, Jesse, Quiet Jam. I can't think right
Okay.
now. My brain
All right,
just
go ahead.
wants to
Right
go
with
to
the
sleep.
rundown.
So after Big E got unceremoniously kicked out from the New Day, the December 2nd, 2024 episode of Raw, Kofi and Xavier set their sights on the World Tag Team Championship, held by the War Raiders. And during a title match between the two teams on the April 7, 2025 episode, was to try to use a steel chair. But the referee saw that inadvertently Rowe hit Woods with the chair instead by accident, so a disqualification happened. But you know how those rules go. I shouldn't have to explain this. If I have to, you're not the target audience for this. Or count out. Yeah. And so the War Raiders remain champions. And after the match, the New Day attacked them only for WWE officials to stop. So Adam Pearce decided that these two need to settle it in the ring. Fine by me, okay? Okay? Dean, save me, please.
I like both teams. I want New Day to win because the heel turn has been great. I enjoy what the New Day is doing right now.
Some
I
things
want
could
the-
be better, but that's neither here or there.
I'm glad we have this title match. I'm glad the tag titles on WrestleMania. I never thought they were. I wish the other titles were on Mania too because SmackDown's way better. But that's another story for another day. I got War Raiders to win.
Fair. Alright, you know who goes next. And it ain't Quiet Jam.
War Raiders.
Why am I not surprised? Quiet Jam, now you...
This still. Sometimes I think to
Stop.
myself, why does this company even have tag titles? To be honest, when you really think about it, if they're not gonna fully invest in something, then what is the point of having it? You know what I mean? There are certain other titles in AEW which I also have the same thoughts about, but that's a discussion for another time.
Yes.
But the question you ask yourself is, who would this really benefit? Who's more over? Who has got complete? They as a heel tag team, the New Day, they've been okay. They have not been great. They haven't been memorable in a lot of the stuff. And God, people can't tell the different. People can't even remember the War Raiders, to be honest. I mean, so I go with the New Day here because at least they're the most well known, and that's what you go with when it comes to divisions in WWE. They otherwise, if they were really into this division, we wouldn't be in this kind of title match. But we're there. That means they don't care. So
Yeah, I got a
New Day.
question. If they wins, how many times have they won it?
I
At
have
least
no
4 or 5
idea.
times, like Hardy Boys. How many done the Hardy Boys have won the bloody thing?
5 times, but
Alright.
Like I said,
You know what? I'm feeling funky right now because of all this stupid shit. Because of everything that's been happening. So I'm gonna go with the fucking New Day because I feel like
Yeah,
doing
see?
opposite shit right now for some reason. Okay,
Stay with the
here we
familiar.
go. Okay, it's Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano, aka Chad Gable, the worst kept secret since Mr. America, aka Hulk Hogan.
Hey, Miss Shorty
I am
G.
a real
No, don't sing his
American.
theme. Don't even sing his theme, dude. I'm not kidding, man.
But the
Why?
word
Just
right-
stop. It's not say your prayers, take your vitamins. It's drink your
Yes, it
beer.
is.
No, it's not. Stop. You see,
It used to be.
hey,
That's
I'm
how
ready
it
to just
used
shut
to be.
this down right now if you don't stop.
All right.
For what?
Because you just, what do you mean for what? I shouldn't even have to ask. Why don't you just slow down? and
Let's just say
realize-
this: they've done a heck of a good, even using AI generated video.
Here's
in the
what
build-up for-
happened.
Yeah,
Yeah, here's what happened. Chad Gable lost against a bunch of luchadors because this poor guy just cannot catch a break. And subsequently, he took a sabbatical kayfabe to solve his Lucha Libre problems. And here comes, on the March 10th episode of Raw, El Grande Americano. And basically,
Grande Americano.
and he cost the Latino World Order, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, a tag team match. Gable denied that he was the luchador in question. The masked wrestler named El Grande Americano then defeated Lee in his debut match on the March 24th episode. 2 weeks later, Americano and American-made members, the Creed brothers, Brutus and Julius, defeated the LWO. Lee, Walking Wild, and Cruz del Toro in a 6-man tag team match after Ivy Nile put a piece of metal in Americano's mask to use against Lee. And later that night, Mysterio said Americano made a mockery of the art and tradition of Lucha Libre, and, well, Adam Pearce agreed and decided to let these two settle it in the ring. Kind of like Kurt Angle at some point. Yeah, when he was GM.
Oh,
All right.
Grande Americano.
Hey, I read his name, Jesse. Dean. Hey, Dean, it's your turn.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Tag. Who is it?
It's Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano.
The one that we think is Chad Gable. Him.
El Grande Americano, huh? All right.
Yeah.
So Jesse.
El Grande Americano.
And now Quiet Jam.
Just don't get me started about how freaking depressed Chad Gable has been
Fucking thing.
with all of the name changes and the parade of pivots and everything. This poor man. Yes, I mean, well, at least he's got that El Santo kind of thing to it, and it works, because it's very Lucha Underground. You know what I mean? It's Lucha Underground. They went the Lucha Underground route here. But God, this is another match that I just, it's such filler. It's filler. But just to keep the gimmick going, keeping it strong, and Rey Mysterio doesn't really need wins or losses. So yeah, I go with the favorite menu item for Dean at a Mexican restaurant, El Grande Americano for the win.
Ah, Hoodles. You know what? I feel like making this all even again. So Grande Americano, but at some point, we all know what's gonna happen. Okay, here's a match I don't have to.
El Releaso from WWE.
It's where were we? Okay, Jade Cargill versus Naomi. So, how did we even get to
Jade
here?
Cargill.
I said Cargill. Just stop it.
No, that's my prediction.
Oh, hey, dude. You're too eager, aren't you, now?
Dude, with all due respect, you don't have to read every little detail. Just
you
read
know how I do this.
He has to give people context.
I give context. You know how I run my ship.
Yes. At least some
You know
people
what?
don't watch
Let
the
me run
product.
this down. Just let me run
Jesse,
this down,
do you
please.
not know that?
November
He's done that
22nd, 2024 SmackDown. Jade Cargill was attacked by an unknown assailant and ruled out, unable to compete for the foreseeable future. Naomi volunteered to replace Cargill in one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions alongside Bianca Belair. The two also tried to investigate themselves what happened. They thought it was Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez and even agreed to defend the championship against them on the February 24, 2025 episode, and they lost. Belair and Naomi qualified for the Women's Elimination Chamber match for the namesake, yeah. But before the match began, Cargill made her return and attacked Naomi, who was deemed medically unable to compete. And yeah, in the following SmackDown, Naomi revealed she was the one who attacked Cargill and regretted not doing it sooner, turning heel for the first time since 2016. Belair walked out on Naomi to end the partnership. And then the two went at each other, so Nick Aldis, yeah, you know. Dean?
Excuse me.
Go together, same old love.
Take it for a second.
Ay, caramba.
So we're not doing this right now. We're not doing this right now.
Oh, speaking of which, look who's arguing on the TV right now.
I'll go with Jay.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair.
Like I was.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of which, they're arguing right now on national television. And Jesse, you said Jade Cargill.
And after that,
Jesse? Oh, no.
I think he's not used to seeing women argue.
Hey.
Jade Cargill.
Now Quiet Jam.
This is just such a... It was me, Austin. It was me the whole time with the women. That's all it was. So different from Trick Williams and the Mellow thing. So the most likely thing is that Jade Cargill goes over of Naomi to get revenge,
You
and
know
then
what?
goes back to reset. So
I
Jade Cargill,
agree. I
no
fucking
question.
agree. Sorry, Naomi. You may be a heel now, but Jade Cargill is ripped.
Yeah, what kind of heel wears neon?
Maybe she'll ditch the neon. I don't know. LA
No,
Knight
she didn't.
versus... Maybe she will eventually. LA Knight versus Jacob Batu for the U.S. Championship.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a good one.
Oh, yeah, I know, dude. I fucking know. So LA Knight regained the title on the March 7th episode of SmackDown. Several wrestlers stated their intention to
LA
challenge
Knight
I said
to
LA
retain.
Knight. I said... Oh, God. Jam, I think he might not take to your cooking very nicely. I'm just saying.
Well, at least I didn't say Eli Drake.
Oh.
Yeah, what about Eli Drake,
Hey,
huh?
guys,
Why do you have a problem with LA Knight?
Guys, stop it. Okay, so several wrestlers wanted to go after him.
I don't
for the
mind his
title.
cooking, but I'm saying sometimes it runs on way too much. Just get to the point.
Okay, well, let me get through this here. So let's see. So, several wrestlers wanted a shot at that U.S. title, including Jacob Batu. So, on the March 21st episode, Braun Strowman had been embroiled in the rivalry with the Bloodline for the past 2 months, defeated Batu via disqualification because Solo Sikoa and Damatanga attacked Braun Strowman, which resulted in a title match against Knight that was scheduled for the following week, but a no contest because Braun Strowman hates Samoan man, or Fatu man, I don't know. So yeah, then Batu defeated Strowman in a last man standing match, so he earned his shot. Wow, already he's moving up, huh? Alright.
And Braun Strowman going down again. That's what's so unrealistic here.
Alright, Dean, you got it. Dean.
Hey, man.
Alright.
Yeah.
Who'd you say?
Okay, but Jacob too.
Alright, and Jesse, you said LA Knight to retain, correct?
Yeah, I wanted Eli Drake to win.
Oh, brother, that was his TNA ordeal.
Mm.
And now it's
But it's okay if he comes in
don't even
and
dare. Don't even.
Whoa! You
Don't,
just
don't.
contradicted
Don't
yourself.
shut up.
Coffee.
Don't you fucking dare. Okay, you know what? I
Oh,
swear to
boy.
God, I'm close to fucking leaving right now, man. I'm close to just leaving and shutting this shit down, dude. Here. You know what? I don't even know.
Yes, I want LA Knight to win. My gosh.
You don't even. You always have to go on and on and on with this shit. You know what? Just go, Quiet Jam. I can't do this.
Well, this is a very interesting match because we've seen how Jacob Fatu has grown, and the amount of promo work this guy does just coming to the ring is just incredible, absolutely incredible. And I think they're going to have probably the most interesting match that night. I think it's going to be the match of the night because these two guys are mid-card studs, and I think Jacob Fatu will get his first title with going over LA Knight. So I say in Jacob Fatu, man,
You know
this is
what?
the time.
I'm feeling really risky tonight because we're in Vegas, or we're gonna be in Vegas for the show, at least. Not literally, but you know that it's gonna be there. So you know what? Another child change. Why not? Jacob fucking Fatu. This man is gonna go places. I guarantee you. Because he's that
I mean,
damn
yeah,
good.
he doesn't need to even
I know
have
he's
time.
gonna go places. I want him to go places. I just don't. I think that he's gonna. Okay, if he wins, he'll win by DQ.
No, that's
Because so
weak,
No,
dude.
I think
Well-
it's going to be a shenanigan-free match, dude. If there is shenanigans,
going
somebody
Solo
will.
Sikoa is gonna
Yeah.
Oh,
interfere.
God.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
gonna
he's
say,
the
"Solo,
equalizer. He's
I
the
hate
equalizer.
you."
That will be
At
the
least if he
equalizer,
costs
dude.
him, if he turns on him. Yeah, I'm going with
And then
Jacob
Goldberg
Fatu.
will
Shut up with this shit. You know what?
Ugh.
I swear to God, I'm gonna click this button and go right now because I'm tired of this shit. I don't fucking need this. Oh, now he. I can't do this shit. I don't. Now he deafened, so he can't even fucking hear me. Or now he did. You know what? I don't even want to.
Just read the prediction.
Fucking Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte Flair, Women's Championship. Fuck
Oh
this
boy.
shit. You know what? I'm not even gonna read the fucking breakdown for this one. Fuck this match. Fuck this whole build. Fuck Charlotte Flair, always getting a goddamn championship match after coming back from injury. Fuck her burial of all the talent that has come before and may come after. I'm sick of it. I'm
You
genuinely.
have to read it because it's part of your script and
Shut
how
up.
you do
I'm done.
things.
I'm flipping the fucking
See,
script because I'm
that's what
tired of this
he's
shit.
trying to
What?
do.
I didn't even say that on purpose.
Well, you know what? You just comes to you. Your mouth is writing checks that your ass can't cash right now, and it's pissing me off.
But I didn't even do anything. I literally said you say that you're
Well, this
doing.
time I'm breaking my own fucking rules because I'm tired of this
He's
shit.
he's leading the podcast, so he can
There's
do what he
one ring
wants.
master. There is one ring
Yeah.
master here.
All right,
I
whatever.
can't do
Go
it.
on.
Oh, God. Dean, just go. I don't want to talk about this one any further.
Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah, Tim, please. If there's one thing that's gonna ruin this match, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you don't know. You can't even decide.
I said Tim.
Wait, you say Tiffany or?
I did.
Okay, I'm just checking. Jesse.
My heart says Tiffany Stratton. My mind and my logic says, unfortunately, Charlotte Flair.
And now Cry Jam.
I was so interested in what happened on SmackDown between the two of them when they really went shoot promo on each other, which was not planned on, and they were trying to build a little bit of real heat here to get some extra spice on this match. But I think the safe bet would be Tiffany Stratton, because if you put it on Charlotte Flair, it's just only going to embolden the sentiment even higher to literally volcanically erupt. So I say Tiffany Stratton.
You know, as much as I wish that was the case, something tells me, given all the past history and the desperate they are to have Charlotte get up there with her dad's record, that may not be the case. Bad behavior shouldn't even be rewarded. But you know what? Even when the old man's gone, some things don't change. So I hate to say this. You know what? Yeah, my heart wants Tiffany to win, but I have a very bad feeling Charlotte Flair might pull it off. If she loses, I'll be thankful, okay? I will be. And hey, if I'm getting out all this anger now, there's a good chance I will just not even be apathetic if... Yeah. Okay. And this is your Night 1 main event. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, triple threat match. When CM Punk came back to Survivor Series War Games in November 2023, he immediately became a target of Seth Rollins. Unfortunately, he tore his tricep at the Rumble. Punk did. He returned from injury and feuded with Rollins, which pissed off Seth further. In November, he joined Roman Reigns' team as the 5th member of the Survivor Series War Games match. In the War Games match, on behalf of his former manager and Reigns' special counsel, Paul Heyman. And Heyman owed Punk a favor for agreeing to the match, which they won. And once again, Punk and Rollins just... yeah. Punk became the target of Rollins once again because Rollins hated both his former Shield mate and, well, Punk. And this culminated in a match on the Raw Netflix premiere, which Punk won. So
I want Punk to win, but Paul Heyman's gonna turn on both Punk and Roman, and he's gonna side with Seth Rollins.
Jesus. And
That's
at the
too much.
2025 Rumble, Punk eliminated Reigns and Rollins before his own elimination. And then they brawled at ringside where Rollins did a 2-footed stomp on Reigns, which took him out for a few weeks. Punk also eliminated Rollins from the men's elimination chamber match. And following his elimination... following his elimination, Rollins subsequently did a stomp on Punk, which cost him the match. The following episode of Raw, Punk spoke about his failure to compete in a WrestleMania event before brawling with Rollins. They faced each other the following week in a steel cage match, which Rollins won after a returning Reigns pulled him out of the cage and attacked him as revenge from the Royal Rumble. Paul Heyman was pissed. Reigns was pissed by Heyman tending to Punk in the ring, so Reigns attacked him. Big old house fight here ensured. And yeah, that's when this match was scheduled. During the contract the following week, Heyman announced that this would main event WrestleMania. Although that was not the favor that Punk owed. Instead, the favor is that Heyman is going to be in his corner at Mania. So yeah, finally Punk has main evented Mania. At least one night if you really want it. You know what? Whatever. Give the man it. He's honestly deserved it for far longer than any of us have realized. And you know what? This is going to be a hell of a match. I feel like we're missing someone, though, but that's not here or there. All right, Dean. Oh, damn it. Dean. It's your turn. Oh, no. You want to take this one, Jesse?
Yeah, I do. I'm just gonna drag it on and drag it
Don't.
on and drag it on.
Don't, dude.
I want CM Punk to win, and then Seth Rollins is gonna get Paul Heyman in his corner
And there you
because I
go.
think Seth Rollins is gonna be the
Hey,
one
hey, can
that's
you just
doing
not,
it, and then the
please?
one, and then I think Paul Heyman is gonna be
Okay,
in
you
his
can
corner
stop
all the time.
now. You can...
So,
Oh, so I can
I
stop.
got
Dude, you
Okay,
were
no.
doing it to get
I
back at
Can I
Quiet
just?
Him, I
I don't.
swear. God, why is
Okay.
this podcast
I wasn't. I was
insanity?
trying to. I wasn't. I was trying to explain
Um.
why I
Well, why?
thought.
Well, just say it normally here, man. You said you were gonna drag it on.
Because I think that Paul is gonna turn on both men. There, is
You know
that
what?
so
This
hard?
podcast is breaking down right now, and I swear to God, it's breaking down.
I gave you my
I
prediction
know
and I
you
gave you
gave
the
me it. Just
reason.
stop. I know you did. Dean, please save me for the love of God, man. You're my
I got
only.
Seth winning. I got Seth winning.
Okay, okay. Why, Jim? Do something.
Oh boy. Look, let's be honest. If you have Paul, now think about this. Paul Heyman's been with two of these people. CM Punk way back in the early days, and then of course with Roman during the modern time. Do we really want to see Paul Heyman sloppy seconds himself into being with all three guys at one point, with him going with Seth Rollins? It makes no sense. It would just, I know on paper that would look really cool because it would make Seth Rollins even more annoying and conniving, and you know what I mean? That's his character trait. But honestly, the most logical booking here would be that the match is literally down a knockdown slop out fight between all three of these gentlemen, okay?
Yes.
But the real equalizer will be that there's a situation where it's Roman and Punk in the ring, and then basically Roman beckons the Wise Man to come into the ring and to interfere, but Wise Man ends up backstabbing Roman and going with Punk, and then Punk hits GTS 1 2 3. Punk wins. He wins the match, and he reunites with Heyman. That makes the most sense.
You know what? Give me Punk. Because I'm honestly starting to feel like
Hmm?
fucking CM Punk right now. I really am. I just need some fucking merch of him at this point. And that takes care of night 1. 6 matches await us on night 2. Go! Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Women's World Championship. Poor Io. Poor Io.
This is a women's match right here. This is women's
Here's
wrestling.
what happened here. It started. Qualifying matches were held for the Women's Elimination Chamber match at Toronto, and the winner would earn its shot at the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41. And well, Io Sky basically during her match, Rhea Ripley attacked Sky's opponent, which caused a disqualification loss for Sky. So Ripley rewarded Sky with a title match for after Elimination Chamber on the March 3rd episode of Raw. Then Bianca Belair won the match. Sky defeated Ripley on Raw to retain the title, so that's what it was going to be. But then, on the March 17th episode, Ripley interfered in the contract signing, attacked both ladies by doing a powerbomb to Sky on Belair, and instead she decided to pull a Shawn Michaels going into WrestleMania 20. And then
Mm-hmm.
Sky had to face Ripley on the March 31st episode in a title rematch with Belair as the referee. Lo and behold, a double disqualification happened, and well, Sky retained. So it decided to be a big old triple threat. Dean.
Dean.
Oh no. Somebody please. If you want to say it now,
Finally,
if you want to say it now, Jesse.
finally, fucking um, EO Sky's gonna retain, unfortunately. Be-
Unfortunately?
well, I want I like EO Sky. I want to say Rhea Ripley, but she didn't. The last time she held the title, she relinquished it right away.
Wait, I
So,
don't
like,
remember. I thought she gained it back.
I'll say is EO's gonna win. I'll just say that
Alright,
before.
okay, hold on. Yeah, Rhea had the belt for a little bit. Rhea had
she had
it.
she had it, and then she relinquished it because
No,
she got
no, but
injured
even after
again.
the vacated here, eventually she won it back on the Raw premiere on Netflix, remember?
And then she got injured.
No, 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 no. You're thinking of the wrong thing. I said the Raw premiere on Netflix this year. You're thinking back to after WrestleMania 39 Night 1. That's what you're thinking of here. Or wait, no, April 15th, 2024. That's when she vacated it. You're getting your dates mixed up, dude. Who do you think's gonna win?
Okay, I think. Okay, Rhea Ripley.
Thank you. Quiet Jam.
I'm not going to pick any of the most popular choices. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with the one pick that nobody's going to expect, and I think she is do a title run. Give it to Bianca Belair.
No, no, no.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm not interested in seeing Bianca hold
I am
another
because she's
women's
got the most.
title.
She's the most complete wrestler to me.
I'm
Io
not.
Sky is the most likely choice,
I'm
but I'm going to
not.
go with Bianca.
Not after what happened with, Mania 39, but that's not here or there. I think people have been overlooking Io Sky. She's always been looked at as the third wheel despite being the women's champion. And quite frankly, at this point, she's going to make Ripley and Bianca Belair regret underestimating her. Io Sky, fly like an eagle. Oh, hey! Ladies, girls. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez.
Somewhere you've never been.
Shut the fuck up! Just shut up, dude. I'm not kidding.
Okay, read the match
Why are you
already.
acting like Deadpool? You're
Just read
seriously.
it already.
You know what? Why don't you just stop and hold your fucking. I'm gonna click the fucking disconnect button because I can't do this shit no more. I can't do this anymore. Like, just. You're making me ever regret doing any of this. With Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Bayley, Lyra, Valkyria. Women's fucking tag team champion. I can't do this. I can't do this shit. I can't find it. I can't fucking find it. Where is it? Oh, God help me. Here's what it is. Bayley defeated the Women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria on the February 10th episode of Raw, non-title qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber match. And then Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez won the Women's Tag Team Championship 2 weeks later. Morgan competed and eliminated Bayley, but failed to win the match herself. In the March 10th episode of Raw, Rodriguez defeated Bayley to earn a future title match against Valkyria, but losing Valkyria promised to give Bayley a future match. On the March 24th episode, Valkyria defeated Rodriguez to retain the title despite interference from Morgan. After the match, Rodriguez and Morgan attacked Valkyria, who was saved by Bayley. On the April 7th episode of Raw, Valkyria successfully defended the title against Bayley. And on that week's SmackDown, Bayley and Valkyria won a women's tag team gauntlet to earn a title match against Morgan and Rodriguez at WrestleMania 41. Dean. Oh,
Dean.
somebody please get him a new mic so he doesn't have to use his phone anymore. God, I just want this to be over. I just want this shit to be over right now. I just want. He's out.
Can I just go?
Just
Can I just go?
Jesse. Just go.
Live in Raquel.
I'm not surprised. All right, Dean. Who you got? Women's tag team. Liv and Raquel, Bayley and Lyra.
Dean,
No. You want to go? You want to just take this one, Quiet Jam? Because
I say go with the familiar tag team. I would go with the other
We
ladies. We would go with the other ladies, but
are.
I'm gonna go with Lyra and Bailey.
Wow, that's a risky pick. Oh, Dean. It's broken. Technology sucks. I I don't care about these. They haven't done anything to make me care about this match, so I'm gonna just pick I'm just gonna pick Liv and Raquel. Hold on, let me tag him. Your turn.
You just go on to the next match,
Hey,
and
you
then
know
when
what?
he
When he fine.
let me finish. Let me
Oh,
finish. When he comes back, he can tell us his prediction.
okay. He said Bailey and Lyra. I'm just gonna text him and tag him and let him know when it's his turn, so he can just text in there. If he can't speak it, I'll run it here. Oh, AJ Styles. You deserve main event one day, but I think they're in a bad timeline. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Is that Nick Aldis speaking?
Yeah, it's all this.
Where are we? I can't keep track of anything anymore right now. So, at the Royal Rumble, AJ made a surprise return from injury and entered the Royal Rumble match and got eliminated by that scumbag Logan Paul. As part of the transfer window, Styles was transferred to the Raw brand. After several weeks of confrontation, Styles challenged Paul to a match on the March 31st episode of Raw. Paul declined, saying he did not fight for free, and pointed to the sign. The two fight. Later, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce did what he did best. Yeah, you know. Dean, are you still there, or should I tag you again?
Oh fuck!
Go. Oh,
Dean, are you there?
I thought I heard.
Yeah,
Oh, thank God you're alive. All right, AJ Styles, Logan Paul.
AJ.
All right.
You didn't even ask. Wait,
And you did
wait. I'm
say Bailey
confused.
and Lyra for the women's tag belts. That's your honest thought? Oh no, he cut down again.
AJ Styles for me.
Okay, Quiet Jam. Are you gonna?
I'm gonna go with bragging rights here, and people are gonna hate it, but AJ Styles is a talent that could definitely catapult a young guy to either continue with his heel character or to be better. And AJ makes everybody look great, so I'm going with Logan Paul here.
No, you are risky.
I'm not risky.
Hey, it's a Vegas themed show.
I know.
So it
It's
makes
all about
sense.
the risk, and I'm gonna go with the ace
I
here.
don't fucking
I'm
feel.
gonna go with Logan
I
Paul.
don't feel. I don't feel like it. Fuck Logan Paul, AJ Styles. If you're gonna put a young guy over, make it a full timer, not a part timer. P.S. Logan Paul, Fierce CoffeeZilla. Y'all's gonna thank me for that one. Alright, Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship.
Golly.
So, February 17th Raw. After Dominic Mysterio's match, Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker accidentally attacked Mysterio, so a non-title match happened between Mysterio and Breaker on the next episode. Carlito and Finn Balor attacked Breaker and disqualification. Next episode, Judgment Day attacked Breaker, but he got the upper hand. March 17th episode. Mysterio discussed adding Penta to their ranks, much to the irritation of Balor. Later that night, Breaker defeated Balor to retain the Intercontinental Championship. After the match, Mysterio and Carlito attacked Breaker before Penta appeared to even the odds. Breaker and Penta stared each other down. Then Mysterio offered Penta a spot in the Judgment Day, but Breaker defended the title against Penta, and Breaker won via disqualification because Mysterio and Carlito attacked him. And after the match, Mysterio tried to have Penta attack Breaker with a chair, but Penta attacked Mysterio. What the heck are you doing?
Randy Orton's about to be
No, I don't even. Breaker and Penta faced Balor and Mysterio in a tag team match the next week. They won after
Dominic
Breaker
Mysterio's
accidentally
Dominic
speared
Mysterio's
Penta.
winning.
Whatever. April 7th, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce scheduled breaker for the
Oh
Fatal
my
4-Way match with Balor,
god.
Mysterio, Penta. I heard you! I fucking heard you, man. I could literally repeat it. You said Dominic Mysterio's gonna win.
Okay. Ask Jam, man.
Well, first, Dean. Oh no. I guess
His
Jam.
mic, his
Everything is
microphone, it
breaking
sucks.
right now. Everything is breaking and I hate it. Just go.
Okay, I'll just go. This is yet another crowded room of a match. But to be honest, I would love to see Finn Balor with the title. I know Braun Breaker did a hell of a spear,
Wow.
and it became very meme-frific, but I want Finn Balor with the title.
Okay.
Whoa. That's a good pick.
I mean, will it happen? I don't know. Let me tag.
Well, they got to do something with Finn Balor. They got to do something with him because he's done nothing with him.
Are you sure it's not Finn Balor?
Guys, stop it! Stop it right now. I'm not fucking kidding around, dude. You're making this worse.
I'm talking to Jam.
I don't care. You're still making this worse. Now, while Dean texts us his prediction if his mic is failing, I will give my prediction. Give it to fucking Dominic Mysterio. Play onto the heel heat. Cause a serious fucking rift between the Judgment Day and end this damn stable that has run on long enough. Dean says Braun Breaker. Good for him. And P.S. Rip Carlito. That spear was brutal. What's a little Vegas action without a Sin City street fight? Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Let's see. Drew McIntyre won the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 40, taunted CM Punk, who is special guest commentator. Punk attacked McIntyre with his arm brace. Damian Priest cashed in the Money in the Bank and won. Shortest reign in history ever, I think. Or close to it. It's in the top 5. It has to be. Yeah. Over the next few months, Priest and McIntyre continue, and Priest defeated McIntyre at Clash at the Castle Scotland to win after more fuckery. McIntyre won the namesake match and unsuccessfully cashed in on Priest that same night, who later lost to Walter at SummerSlam, which, you know where we are. January 2025, when the transfer window happened, McIntyre and Priest went on SmackDown. Both competed in the Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber matches at the respective events. Priest eliminated McIntyre in both. Then after the latter, McIntyre attacked Priest in retaliation, which sent him packing. More weeks of altercations between the two. On April 10th, Nick Aldis made a match between Pearce and McIntyre official. The next night, it was announced this would be a Sin City street fight. They've needed to blow this off sooner here, so now, 1 year later, revenge comes a knockin', bitch. So pay up right now. Let's not. Don't even. That is the last person. One of the last people I wanted to see. The last. Don't even. You know what? You may as well go first now, because Dean's broken. Unless you're there, Dean.
I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Go first, quickly.
What match?
Sin City street fight. McIntyre Priest.
Drew.
Okay, now Jesse.
Mac and cheese.
And now Qui Jam. Oh my god.
And this is a nothing match. This is a nothing match. It might as well be. I've been on the pre-show, part 45. I'm gonna go with shoot. I hate to say this, Priest.
I'm going with McIntyre. I don't care. We have one more match. Let's end this shit. Cody Rhodes versus the son of a bitch who says he's going to ruin wrestling for everyone. John Cena. Had Money in the Bank 2024. Yeah. Cena revealed he would retire from wrestling following the end of 2025, and that he would compete at Mania 41. He lost the men's Royal Rumble match, being the last one eliminated. He entered himself into the men's chamber match for one last challenge, or one last chance to challenge. And that main eventing his last WrestleMania and becoming a 17-time world champion would be best for business. He was there in plain sight, people. And we all fucking missed it. So around this time, Cock the Dwayne Johnson tried to bribe Cody Rhodes to be his corporate champion. No, excuse me. Sell his soul, if you will. As if the final boss is Satan himself, like like another certain old bastard. And apparently they became friends following Mania 40 and that he could elevate Rhodes' career. At Elimination Chamber, though, Cena won, earned a title match. Rhodes appeared to congratulate Cena. That bastard came out to try to get the answered. And, well, now what was it that, he said, basically? Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it here. What did he say? Here it is. Here we go. Hold on. And that was the biggest mistake Cody Rhodes ever made of his life. Because shortly afterwards, after he told him that, Cena appeared to Rhodes appeared to, apparently, Cena embraced Rhodes, but Rock gave him the stare. Kill him.
He gave him the finger into the throat, dude.
And then the Hold Undertaker, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And then we all know what happened. Cody Rhodes
The heel turn heard around the world.
This was the first time Cena turned heel since 2003. And then he berated the audience, claimed they had mistreated him for the last 20 plus years.
Oh, wait, no, John Cena. John Cena's going to win and become new champion. I gotta go.
Alright, bye, Jesse.
Phew.
Sounded like he was more watching it. And in the weeks following that, he berated the audience, he claimed they mistreated him for 20 years, and that he turned on Rhodes because he was disgusted by him. My guess is that basically, Rhodes was everything Cena wished. Rhodes is beloved by people. Not everyone on this panel, though, I know that, but mostly others. As opposed to Cena, who just got ridiculed and booed, and chants of "You can't wrestle." Yeah, it's been a long-ass time since we've heard those fucking chants. And basically, yeah. Rhodes chastised Cena and told him he wanted to face the real Cena at WrestleMania 41. Not the whiny version. And Cena also claims after the title, he would retire with it. And give us the fucking spinner belt, because yeah. You know what?
Yep.
I don't even think the bill needs to say anymore. Go, Dean.
Cena.
Go, Qui Jam.
I am so. This is the first time, probably since the mid to late Ruthless Aggression era, the WWE is going to creatively mirror the times that we are living in right now, and I'm very excited about that because that's when pro wrestling it blurs the line. You know what I mean? The WWE has not for a long time blurred the line between reality and kayfabe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what makes this match so potently important. And when they decided to do the heel turn, I was giddy as heck, and I know Coffee was about to melt down, but I was so happy to see them do that. And then they're going to do this as the main event on night 2, and I think they're going to mirror the time. And a certain person whose name will not be mentioned here will sully the pond of pro wrestling, or at least the sports entertainment aspect of it. And I think there's going to be an unexpected interference, not Cena.
Huh?
I think it's going to be Rock. I think Rock is going to come.
Interfere.
Yeah, he's going to interfere, and if they decide to do an equalizer and to hold back Rock, then they probably will. And I think Brandy Rhodes could possibly be the one to come in there and save her man.
Wow.
To keep Rock out. But I think Cena is going to do something that, we've seen heels do evil things, use foreign objects and foreign weapons.
Yes.
I think Cena will be using something very, very violent that will cause a lot of damage from Cody and end up winning 1, 2, 3. And we're going to have a very, very dark period of Dark Cena, as I'm calling him. They have like Dark Cena.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Dark Cena as your new undisputed world heavyweight champion, and then everything's gonna start falling down.
All right. I'm gonna speak from the heart here for a moment because I've been overly stressed. Admittedly, I've almost broke down here from a lot of this shit because it's just been rough getting through this. So I'm gonna try to phrase this properly. Cody. Speaking from the bottom of the heart, you know how much of a fan, or you really don't, but in the odd event I ever meet you, I'll probably have this queued up or something, but I've been a big fan of you for a far long, pretty much since for many, many years now. Stuck through the good, the bad, and the ugly. From the genesis of All In to the days of AEW, where you were probably more essential to that company than I think many people realize, seeing the state it's in now. But that's beside the point. I stuck through hell and high water, the comeback, the pectoral tear, the loss to Roman in Mania 39, which damn near crippled me and Dean, but we pulled through somehow because I guess our bond really is that strong. And I know he's not a fan and all, but at the same time, it's like there's been more essential. And when that moment happened, when he won at Mania 40, you have no idea how happy I was. But I hate to say it, man. But I think John Cena is going to pull this off. Here's my thought process. You go all the way for this heel turn. And yet, if he doesn't win, the payoff's going to be for nothing. It'll be for naught. Like, why bother with the payoff at that rate? If he's not, why turn him heel if he's not going to win? So I hate to say this for Cody's sake, but I think John Cena's going to actually win. He's going to win number 17 in the main event of WrestleMania, and he's going to raise all sorts of hell, and we're in for a miserable ass fucking time. As if I'm not already miserable enough running this shit. That's it. I can't.
And to be completely honest, WWE's always shooting for the mainstream. And Cena has all their big baby faces they've ever had in their history, the one guy who got the most headlines in the mainstream was John Cena.
Not to say
then if he goes evil, if he goes Dark Cena, the attention is going to be even more potent and more primable, and that's what's really going to be the magic mark of this whole thing. And he's not going to reign, he might reign for the rest of the year, but Cody's going to come back and take it back. Probably by next Mania. I'd say have him reign it for this last year. And then he calls his last match for Mania 42.
We'll see. Either I'm done. I'm sorry. I don't normally get some of this way, but you know what? There are no more words. I have no more words for any of this. I'm gonna have to talk with Jesse after this. I'm gonna still thank him anyways because it's just courteous to do. And of course I thank you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it'd be like without you, even despite your jokes, Quiet Jam.
I know, but I know when to hold back and not say too much.
I know.
I have restraint, you know?
I know, man. I know. And Dean, like I said, our bond is stronger than you realize. Look, after this, we won't be back until, let me see, the next WWE
AEW.
Well, no.
AEW.
No, WWE, because the next AEW pay-per-view, that is, I believe, going to be Double or Nothing. That should be the next one. And that, oh, I have words for that company, but we'll save that for later. In the meantime, we'll see you in about 3 weeks for Backlash. And I'm going to detox like a motherfucker.
All right, take it easy, buddy.
I'll try, man. I'll try.
I'm going to eat. I'll see you all later, and I hope you all enjoy WrestleMania weekend.
Good night,
later.
Quiet Jam. I'll see you this weekend, man. I'll see you, Dean. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Please be kind to each other. That's what the world needs more of these days.
Nice, Puppy. Take care, okay?
Night. You too, Dean.
You too.
Goodbye.